She walked into the room smiling, expecting nothing more than another routine update. Minutes later, Catherine's world collapsed. The doctors didn't circle the truth or soften their words. They spoke with finality, as if the conclusion had been reached long before she was ever meant to hear it. What broke her wasn't just the diagnosis. It was the realization that this knowledge had been delayed, managed, and kept at arm's length. This wasn't discovery. It was disclosure. And it came far too late. In hindsight, the signs had always been there. Subtle delays. Moments of stillness that lasted a beat too long. Fatigue during public appearances that was dismissed as overwhelm. Online viewers called it adorable. Inside the palace, some staff quietly worried. A nanny noticed differences she couldn't ignore. Catherine felt it instinctively, raising concerns again and again, only to be met with rehearsed reassurances. He'll grow out of it. He's just sensitive. But a mother's fear doesn't fade when it's brushed aside. It sharpens. Behind the scenes, tests were ordered then quietly stalled. Palace logic took over. Optics, timing, control. Catherine pushed for outside specialists and second opinions, but each request was delayed or denied. What she faced wasn't uncertainty, it was resistance. Even those closest to her urged patience. William, torn between fatherhood and duty, asked her to trust the process. Charles spoke of legacy and stability, never once saying Louis's name. And slowly, Catherine understood the truth. The institution was protecting itself, not her child. Then came the leak. One encrypted message, sent anonymously to a journalist who knew what danger looked like, shattered the palace's silence. The details were too precise to deny. The diagnosis had been known for weeks. Within hours, the story exploded globally. Speculation surged. Support flooded in. Catherine learned the truth at the same time as the public, through a headline on her phone. She wasn't furious at the leak. She was furious that secrecy had made betrayal inevitable. The diagnosis itself was devastating. Rare. Neurological. Progressive. No cure, only management. Doctors spoke calmly, but every word carried weight. Speech challenges. Motor difficulties. Cognitive uncertainty. A future measured not in certainty, but in adaptation. Inside the palace, the response was immediate and chilling. Conversations shifted from care to consequence, from compassion to calculation. What would this mean for succession? For image? For continuity? As Catherine grieved, others moved. Quiet meetings took place without her. Advisors floated new plans. Camilla's influence became unmistakable. Cold, efficient, strategic. There was no room for emotion, only preservation. When Catherine confronted her, she was met with a single justification. The monarchy must endure. Charles stayed passive. William watched loyalty give way to disillusionment. His wife was being sidelined. His son quietly erased. The palace expected Catherine to retreat into silence. Instead, she broke protocol and spoke directly to the world. 12 words, raw and unfiltered, changed everything. Louis is not broken. He is ours. And we will not be silent. In that moment, she stopped speaking as a royal and spoke as a mother. And once that line was crossed, control was gone. Because when an institution demands silence, and a mother chooses her child, history always listens.